I just checked and I recorded every single clip in slow-mo. I think I can edit it, so I'll just do like a little ending. For some reason, like the TV screen was also doing waves of electronic. Hopefully it wasn't too distracting. I'm sorry. Hi, I'm Tammy and I can't wait to talk to you today about 10 perfumes that I'm so honored to own. I can't even believe I own these. When I think about them, I just get so excited. Let's go! Sometimes when I'm laying in bed, I just think about all these perfumes that are just right beside me in the closet. And I just want to go and grab them and look at them and smell them because I'm just so excited that I own them. And there are a few that when I think about them and I realize that I own them, I'm just like, oh, so honored. I can't believe I own this perfume. It's the most exciting. Oh, wow. I'm just so excited. So the first one I want to talk about today, I had ordered a sample of, and when it came, I was like, I think I really like this. I'm going to take it on vacation with me. So we usually go south in the spring. So we went to Bahamas, and I couldn't stop wearing it. I just, every single night when we went out to dinner, I'm like, oh, gotta wear this. Gotta wear it again. And while we were still on vacation, I went on the little old internet and I ordered a bottle. I just wanted to get a head start on getting this fragrance in my mailbox as soon as I could. And the perfume I'm talking about is Oh La La by Theo Cabanel. It still feels almost like a dream that I own this perfume. Now I like to keep, actually I don't like the color red, so I usually like to keep the cap turned around so that it's black. It is so magical. I just became so obsessed with it, and since it's arrived, I pretty much don't want to wear any other perfume. So this is a pretty woody scent. It's actually very powdery, and I really love powdery perfumes. If you don't love powdery, nutty, woody, cozy, wonderful perfumes, what's wrong with you? No, just kidding. But if that's not your vibe, you may not like this, but I am in love. This is just a little bit sweet, a little musky. It's, as I said, powdery. It's just so good. I love it. I was just looking up the notes and I realized that it had sandalwood, and it's such a creamy sandalwood. And how can something be powdery and creamy at the same time? That's a good question, but it can. So this has hazelnut and saffron. There's orris, tobacco. It also has sandalwood and tonka bean and white musk. I love white musk in anything. There's something about the combination that is just, it's so magical. I can't explain it. It makes me feel, oh, so lucky to have it. So next, I have to talk about one that could easily be my signature scent. I could wear it any time of year. I feel like I could wear it for any occasion. It never fails to just knock my socks off every time I take off the cap and sniff it. I'm talking about Crystal Noir. Now, I kind of wish with all my heart that the cap was different on this. I don't love the cap. And from the atomizer, it doesn't smell nearly as good as my Eau de Toilette. This is the EDP. And apparently this one has coconut. And the Eau de Toilette doesn't. That's what I hear. That's what I hear on the streets. Whether you have the EDT or the EDP, they're actually very similar. When I have compared them, I've sprayed one on one hand and one on the other, as I do, or one wrist to the other. And depending on whether I smell my left wrist first and then my right, I think, oh, this is the one with coconut. But then a few minutes later, if I smell this one first and then my left, I'm like, no, this is the one with coconut. They're so similar that it's hard to tell them apart. To me, maybe you can tell a big difference. But they both have pepper, ginger, and cardamom as the top notes. They both have sandalwood, musk, and amber in the base. And I think they both have gardenia, orange blossom, and peony in the middle notes. But coconut is the only one that's extra in the EDP. There's something about this scent that is so, it's so alluring. It just draws me in. When I smell it, it just, It's special. It's so special. I think, would I be crazy to say I think it's one of the best fragrances I've ever smelled? I don't know. It's kind of soapy. It's a little bit soapy, but I don't mind that. It's creamy, it's woody and musky. There's a sweetness and a spiciness. It's just so good. I can't. I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky that I own this. I know that this is kind of old news. Everybody knows about Crystal Noir, but do you love this one too? I do. So the next one that I'm so excited that I own, I feel honored to have it, and I don't hear it talked about very much. It's one of my fresh, clean, soapy fragrances. It's one that I love to wear to bed when I just want to have sweet dreams. And I'm talking about Gucci Bamboo. Now I have the EDP. I don't know that I've ever smelled the EDT, and I think that they're actually pretty similar in the notes from what I've read. I can't believe that I own something this pretty. You guys, it's fresh and clean. It's a little bit soapy, but it's floral. There's a really sweet floral, a really delicate sweet floral. I should find out what that is. Okay, so it has Casablanca Lily. I don't know what the difference is between a Casablanca Lily. I should find that out too. Now it has Orange Blossom and it has Ylang Ylang. I always seem to really like Ylang Ylang. Oh, there's vanilla and there's amber. There's sandalwood. I think the sandalwood is one of the things that stands out to me in this, and sandalwood is one of my favorite notes, as long as it's not the dill pickle kind. You know what I mean? There's bergamot in the top. This computer desk is going to smell really good with all these layers of perfume on it. I just can't describe how delicate and lightly sweet and just lightly soapy and oh, so pretty. I own this. I'm so blessed. Hashtag blessed. Bless. Bless up. This next perfume is the one that, if I have it out on one of my trays, I go and I reach for it the most often. I cannot walk by a perfume tray with this perfume on it without going and pulling off the cap and sniffing it. It's just an experience just to take off the cap and smell from the atomizer. Oh my God. It's so, so, so divinely pretty. Oh, it makes my heart so happy. I'm talking about, I can't remember what it's called, Chant d'Extase. Let me look it up. Nina Ricci Chant d'Extase. So this is like salty caramel, but there's so much more to it than that. It's not just a salty caramel. Oh my goodness, so pretty. Oh, you get that salt, that fresh, salty air. But the caramel is there, it's so strong. It's bright in the beginning, like there's definitely some like citrus and pepper, but the C notes and the ambergris that's in here is so special. It's so special. It's not just like, oh, that's kind of salty. No, it's like, oh my God. Like, say that you'd never seen the ocean before. And you finally were, however old, and you got to see the ocean for the first time. You get to smell it. You get to experience it. I live on an island, so I grew up on the beach, beside the beach. But maybe that's why it means so much to me. Oh my goodness. There are some florals in it. There's rose, there's jasmine, there's magnolia. Not only is there caramel, there's also vanilla in it, and I think that just gives it the extra boost. I could have dreams about this fragrance. I love it so much. And I got this a couple years ago when I was pretty new to perfume and I was new to blind buying, and I'd heard so much about this on some of my favorite YouTube perfume channels, and I started commenting and asking questions about it because I had like a travel size of Vanilla Vibes by Juliet Has a Gun, and I was asking people like, is it similar to that? Is it sweeter? Is it saltier? What is it? So one of the ladies that recommended this to me was Maria Colette, and she gave me a really good description in the comments that helped me make the decision to buy it, as well as my friend Veronica from Veronica Says. And these ladies, I'm so grateful to you both and anyone else that I can't remember that I asked in the comments, because whoever encouraged me to get this, they're kind of like angels, really, because I I'm so honored to own this fragrance. It is so gorgeous. Oh, those ones that you smell, that your heart almost bursts when you smell it. This is one of them. I'm not going to cry, but I love it so much. Speaking of Veronica from Veronica Says, she actually gave me some really good descriptions of a certain perfume that I now own, and I'm so glad that I do. And that is Deep Red by Hugo Boss. It's pretty inexpensive and it's amazing. It's different. It's sexy. If you're sensing a little bit of a theme, this is woody and powdery. A little bit spicy, a little bit sweet, but not very sweet, but a little bit sweet. When you first spray it, it does have a little bit of a citrus opening. A little bit, but this is not listed as an accord, but I find it just a little bit soapy. In a good way, like the sexiest soap you've ever used in your life. It's a little bit fruity too. I absolutely love the type of musk that's in here. And I love the type of florals that are in here. There's tuberose in here, and there's freesia. One of the things that I love most about it is the woodiness, the type of woodiness. It has cedar, it has sandalwood, and again, I love sandalwood when it's done the way I like it to be done. I'm pretty picky about sandalwood, but when it's right, it's so right that it just, oh, there is ginger in here. It gives that little kind of spicy kick to it. It has vanilla. I mean, I can definitely smell the vanilla. It's so good that when I placed an order recently for, there's a website. I'm going to actually do a whole video sometime on this website. It's called thefragranshop.com. They don't know me. I don't know them, but I order from there. And you can choose any fragrance, and you can get your body oil, dry body oil, lotion, aftershave balm, any product you can get scented with. They have thousands of perfumes to choose from, like thousands of scents to choose from. So I got a massage lotion, and I chose Deep Red as the scent to have that lotion scented, and oh my word, when I put that lotion on, I'm in love with myself. I'm in love with myself. Well, we all should love ourselves, but I really fall even more deeply in love with myself when I wear that lotion or this perfume. I love it. The next one I'm going to mention, I know you've heard of. I'm positive if you've been in the fragrance community at all, you've heard of this. And if you haven't, I'm so happy for you that you get to hear about it right now. This is one that everybody has so many good things to say about it. But it was my friend Chris from the Perfume Nest that really solidified my decision to go ahead and blind buy this one. And it's almost not a blind buy, because the descriptions that you hear about this one are spot on. And I'm talking about Trussardi Donna, the EDP. This is gorgeous. Everything you've heard about this is true. It's a beauty. It's absolutely stunningly beautiful. I don't think I could ever get tired of this. I feel like I've heard some people getting a little bit tired of it. I don't know how you could. Well, you could, because everyone's different. But yes, it has the most gorgeous lemon that I've ever smelled. It's actually Amalfi lemon, and I think there's yuzu as well. I love both those notes. Amalfi lemon is a really special lemon. It's not just lemon that you're going to make your lemonade with. It's better. The florals in here are so pretty. There's jasmine, I think, and lotus, maybe orange blossom. Scratch that. African orange flower. There's vanilla, there's sandalwood, there's cedar, there's some patchouli. I don't really smell that. It's perfect. It's so refreshing. It's so pretty. when I stop and think that I own this, and I hear anyone talking about it on YouTube, and then I stop and think, I own that, my heart beats faster. I actually get a little bit of heart palpitations. I'm like, I actually own it. I've never smelled the EDT. I think it's a little lighter, that one. I think it has a little bit of a tea note, and I don't like tea notes in general. I don't. There may be one or two perfumes that I like a tea note in, but for the most part, I don't. So this is the one for me. This is the one I would recommend because it's what I know. It is fruity, floral, citrusy, sandalwoody. Oh, it's so good. This is just my baby. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so this next one is probably the most different of all the ones that I want to talk about. It really stands out from the crowd. I've never really smelled anything else like it. And I first heard about it from a YouTube channel called Notes from Josephine. And Josephine isn't posting videos anymore, but I'm very thankful to her because from her description, I felt safe to blind buy this perfume. And it is Agent Provocateur Fatale Intense. Now, Agent Provocateur has a lot of other perfumes. They have Fatale, I think, but this is Fatale Intense. You can tell because it's this red bottle, and I don't like the color red. So for me to love this as much as I do, I might not put it out on my tray because red just isn't my thing. But Josephine described it as smelling like a York peppermint patty. And that right there, I always have loved chocolate and peppermint together. If I had smelled this without having heard her describe it like that, I wouldn't have known what I was smelling. It's so different. It's a little bit spicy. It's a little bit vanillic. There's something sweet about it, but also fresh. I would definitely say that there's floral in it. Okay, I have to read out the notes of this. The top notes, excuse me for looking to the side, but the top notes are licorice, dewberry, and chili pepper. Those three notes you really don't hear very often in perfumery, do you? And the middle notes are all florals, champaca, red rose, and lotus. And the base notes, where I can't see, are vanilla, leather, and amber. This perfume is so unique. It's, like I said, it's unlike anything that I've smelled before. I absolutely love it. I could smell this all day. No, that wouldn't get me very far in life if I just sat there and smelled this all day. But I want to tell you what my husband said about this when I wore it to bed one night. He said, that perfume is a turn on. I didn't even think he'd like it because it's just so different. It's so unique. It's so gorgeous. It's so sexy. It's a turn on, apparently. And it smells like York peppermint patty. Yes, it does to me and to Josephine. So it's kind of inexpensive. Why don't you try it? See what you think. So this next one you've probably heard if you're over on TikTok because it was hyped up for quite a long time on there. I haven't heard much about it lately. But it's one of those ones too that some people can be anosmic to. Some people don't smell anything at all. I feel pretty blessed to be one of the people that can actually smell it. And this is Missing Person by Phlur. Some days I can't even smell it. Like I don't smell anything right now. There it is. I bought the lotion that goes with this, and that you can really smell. If you have tried Phlur Missing Person and you haven't been able to smell it, you're anosmic to it, try getting the lotion from Sephora. I think it was only like $30 some, maybe. I can't remember. But with a lotion, I can always smell it. But this is so special. There is something about this smell that does remind you of maybe a person that you miss. And there's just a quality. It kind of reminds me of someone from my childhood. And I'm not sure who. It's just like a faded memory. There's sort of an indescribable quality that this has. This is a wonderful one to spray at bedtime when you're going to sleep. And it's just so cozy. Makes you feel like the most loving, sweet, motherly figure is tucking you into bed. It's so cozy. It's so comforting. So this has a lot of musk in it. I'm a real big fan of musk, as long as it's the type of musk that I like. But it's also woody. There's two types of wood. There's sandalwood and whitewood. Anytime whitewood has ever been in a fragrance, I'm sure to love it. Like, I love, there's certain types of wood, and just like the generic white wood, for some reason, I always love. There's also some really pretty light florals in this. It has cyclamen, neroli, I think orange blossom, and maybe some jasmine, I think. But when I do spray this at night and get into bed, my husband's like, you smell really pretty. That smells really pretty. I love that I own this. I love that I have it. It's like an elusive perfume you always wished you could find, and now you have it. I 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 love it. Okay, so I've been talking to you about how much I love sandalwood, woody and powdery scents, and I have another one. The sandalwood in this one is exactly the kind of sandalwood that I love. And there's violet in it and vanilla. So there's sandalwood, violet, and vanilla. Do you know what it is? I'll give you a second. See if you can. Sandalwood, vanilla, and violet. That's the notes. So let's see if you can guess what it is. It's Nirvana Black by Elizabeth and James. Oh my gosh. This is another one that I can't stop pulling the cap off every time I walk by this and spraying it. This is a dream come true. To me, this is a dream come true. I adore this scent. And it reminds me of Molecule 04. That one has Javanol, which is like a synthetic sandalwood note, and I love that too. So this does have that little bit of a synthetic sandalwood note, and I don't mind that. I'm here for it. I actually love it. This is a it's a treasure. It feels like a dream that I own something this beautiful. Like, I don't know, am I alone in this? I love it. Let me see, the accords say woody and powdery. Surprise. Vanilla, violet, warm, spicy, and balsamic. I think balsamic means to do with balsam, like tree balsam, not balsamic vinegar. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. And you know I could be. Love it. I love it. I'm so honored to own this perfume. I really feel honored. I feel I forgot to look up other words in this thesaurus. But I love Elizabeth and James Nirvana Black. Another great one. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed my perfumes that I'm honored to own. And what perfumes are you so excited that you own? Let me know. Can't wait to hear all about it. Okay, bye. I recorded every single clip in slow-mo. I checked and I'm watching it back and I'm like it's so creepy. I'm like, I think I can edit it. I think I can edit it to normal speed. I hope, or else you won't get to see this video because I'm not gonna redo all this. Oh well, maybe I would. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. I just wanted to get. What the heck? Oh man! Could you put the cap on? It's this way. What's going on with that? Chant d'extase? How do you say it? Especially when you first. Oh, hold on. Have I got fuzz on my lip? Oops. 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 You're gonna think I'm crazy by the time this video is over, but that's okay. That's alright. So if you've tried. I swallowed some perfume. Oh, I'm just gonna get in my eyes. Look at my little dent that I got going on there. I don't know how that works because, you know, I don't know things. I'm going to look up some other words. I'm going to look up some other words. Just hold on. Hold on. I'm going to get in the thesaurus and look up some other words for honored, blessed, lucky. There's going to be some other words. I feel acclaimed to own this. I feel celebrated by owning this fragrance. I feel fulfilled, commemorated even. I feel glorified. I feel esteemed and cherished to own this fragrance. The thesaurus didn't work out too well for me. This does... it's in my eye. Oh my god. But that's how I feel with these perfumes. Just keep trying. Or don't. But that's enough for that segment. If I can get this edited and get it actually posted, it will be a miracle.